My name is William Sherman. I am an undergraduate mathematics major in the applied mathematics option. I am a graduating senior here at Cal State Northridge. When I originally applied to CSUN, I applied as a graphic design major. As a child, I always used to draw, and I really liked art and computers and combining them. But after taking AP Calculus, I got a kind of a new appreciation for math. It was one of the first classes that I actually wanted to go study for, and I would actually spend a lot of time in my local library reading up other textbooks on calculus. And I thought this was something I wanted to look into. And so before the semester started, I got all the forms filled out and changed my major from graphic design to mathematics. When I look at a problem, the thing that I see in my head are definitions and theorems. In order to solve a math problem, you have to know what it's asking. You have to be able to think about, okay, what does it want me to do? So within the problem, it's going to give you some kind of key terms. It's going to maybe give you a sentence that is really going to tell you what to look for. So if it tells you, show that this function has this property, you have to know what does it mean for a function to have that property. So I'll pick up on different keywords, and that'll bring about definitions in my head. And I'll kind of think, okay, is there a way I can manipulate this definition to get what I want? And the next thing that pops up is a theorem. A lot of problems in textbooks, what they'll do is they'll have a couple of keywords that appear in theorems from the text. And so it kind of tells you that you probably have to apply a certain theorem. And so that's the first thing that goes through my head is I look at different definitions and theorems that are related to the problem, and you come up with ideas. I come up with maybe 2 or 3 different ideas for ways to go about solving it. And then I just tackle the first idea head on and see, okay, is this idea going to work? So after I have an understanding, I try this idea. If it works, then great, I'm done. If it doesn't work, then I have another idea that may work. And hopefully from doing the first idea, if it doesn't work, I'll get some kind of new information. I'll have a better understanding of why it didn't work. I think what makes me good at what I do is I do kind of have the ability to retain some of these definitions and theorems pretty easily. I don't have to study them too much to get the overall idea of what they're saying. But contrary to popular belief, mathematicians can't just look at a problem and know exactly how to solve it. There is this process of thinking through a problem and spending, anywhere between 5 minutes to a couple hours to a couple of days trying to come up with ideas of how to solve them. So I think what makes me good at what I do is the fact that I do take this time to understand the problem. I don't just try one idea and if it doesn't work, I give up. And I've seen students that they do that. They'll try an idea and it doesn't work and that's it. They're out of ideas, they don't want to think about the problem anymore. It doesn't follow straight from the definition and they give up and they don't want to work on the problem anymore. And I'm not like that. When I see a problem, I want to understand how to do it. I want to be able to do this problem on my own. So that I think that ability to continuously push myself to keep doing problems that are very difficult and that persistence, I think, is what makes me different from a lot of other people within the major. Because I don't give up on problems. I want to understand the problem. I want to gain this new understanding of the subject as a whole. And to do that, you have to be willing to kind of push yourself to go through problems that are not very easy.